Hello and welcome to the second round of the 2025 Discraft Ledgestone Open presented by Zuka. We are switching over to a new course today, Sunset Park in Pekin, Illinois. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're the two hot geese.
Honk.
Honk. I remembered. A much easier track than Northwoods and a good counterpart. It's nice to play multiple different styles of golf. Lots of birdies out here to be had. We've lost some trees, so it's a little bit easier than ever, honestly.
Yeah, the only thing that's not easy, though, is the weather. It is oppressively hot outside. No wind, just heat. And I think the high was in the mid 90s today. Heat index is even higher than that, and you are feeling it out there.
Cooking.
Yep. Here is hole one. It's a par 4 with a blind second shot. There is out of bounds on all the way down the left side that definitely can come into play off the tee. It can also come into play on the second shot, but you have to poke all the way through that tree line. So make sure you come in nice and soft. Don't get a big flare skip. This green is slanted, so we do see rollaways on occasion. It's a tough par 4, but reachable by everyone in the field.
From Cincinnati, Ohio,
Rebecca Cox, so good in the woods, leading the tournament with 6 under par at Northwoods. I believe 7 is the course record out there, so pretty insane.
And
81% fairway hits at Northwood?
I believe bogey free as well. I can't remember, but...
No, you do. You did remember. So impressive. That's even more impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Rebecca, always so fun to watch. We're big fans here in the booth. And a good shot to open things up.
newly minted Pro World Champion from Los Angeles, California, Scoggins.
She's definitely never going to get tired of hearing that.
No.
She hit 95% fairways? I didn't realize that. That's crazy.
Own knows her discs.
Add one more to the mix. The biggest fairway on the course. A good opening shot.
From Rosebud, Arkansas, Mertsch.
Cat coming in hot.
Always. We saw her finish with the only birdie on hole 18 yesterday. A huge putt from outside circle 2 to get to 4 down and in this tie for third.
Cat really good at distance shots with big hyzer flips, both forehand and backhand. She's immediately crushing one off the tee. She'll be able to see the basket from there. A luxury on hole 1.
Abilene, Texas, Emily Weatherman.
Emily Weatherman always putting together solid rounds in the woods.
Yeah, she also shot 4 down, and that's with not the best finish on hole 18. She had a lot of birdies yesterday, so hopefully coming in with some nice confidence from that. And yeah, Emily not able to see the pin, just using that one big tree as a gauge, which is, 40 or 50 feet from the pin. It's actually always a little farther than I think it is.
Yeah, I like the 2 little smaller trees just to the
Yes.
right. It's a little field goal that if you get through there, you're happy.
Owen with more of a straight shot at it. Speed control so important with that hillside, heading straight towards that water.
Smart to come in with a bit of a hyzer. Owen managing her angles so well.
Nice field goal.
It's nice to play this course without wind. It does really simplify things a lot, but again, the heat was pretty incredible.
The one day you want the breeze.
Yeah, it was.
Oof. Oh, sit down. That's crazy.
Oh no.
That's
It just went over the log?
She's going to watch this later and be so upset, honestly, because it hit that tree with enough, force that it should have stopped and rolled over a log.
Yeah, Kat can definitely see the basket.
What a drive from Kat.
Mm-hmm. I love the forehand play into the green.
Yeah, smart to combat the hillside. Emily for a birdie.
Tester putt.
And a risky one. Yeah, this is one where, it's nice to get a birdie. Everyone can, but you often don't see that many. I'm not sure how it played today.
No, it's difficult to land your disc softly under this basket. And a lot of players not even choosing to mess around here because if you hit the cage, you will roll.
Own, always good to mess around.
Yeah, own 1 of 11 birdies on hole 1. There were 11 out of 49 competitors birdieing, but 20 got to circle 1 in regulation and 38 got to circle 2. So the fact that there's only 11 birdies with that many people putting really just shows you the difficulty of this green.
Who has ice in their veins and who just has watery blood. I hate that. Owen and Kat with 2 great birdies, and par is fine out here. I'm trying to remember the course record out here. I want to say it's 11 down.
And good recall. I have no idea. We'll check in with the chase card here on hole 2. Valerie Mandujano starting out with a par, but going to throw a picture perfect drive into the bullseye on hole 2.
This is one that you like feel like you should park every time, but getting in the bullseyes is still, it's not the easiest.
No, those trees keep getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
And making the shot a little farther. Alexis ahead from the 4th card on hole 5.
Is she gonna?
She's gonna. Valerie showed me that video.
That's sick.
Yeah, right after it happened. She's like, thank goodness it hit the basket. I'm like, "Why?"
That's what I was gonna say. She didn't even look that stoked. Like, oh wow, that's 5 down through 6 for Alexis with that ace. Hole 2, a par 3, 313 feet. You already saw it, so let's talk about the Patreon disc winner. It's Gabrielle Glinsky. You get a disc from the practice round signed by the participants. Don't worry, we'll scrub Zach Melton's name off for you. You don't need that one on there. If you want the practice round disc, just sign up on Patreon, and you'll have a chance. Anyway, par 3, 313 feet, OB left, OB deep. It's a hyzer, but there's a few different kind of angles and heights you can consider. As Madison said, these trees just get leafier, more full, more beautiful, but a little bit more to go around.
Yeah, it makes the 313 kind of stretch out. It feels closer to 340.
Yeah. I'm going to find herself in the circle, I think pretty close. And the course record is 11 down. Nice. By Paige Pierce in 2020, round 4.
And honestly, the course probably hasn't changed that much since then.
No, it's been stable. Last year they made it like they changed one hole to be harder, and I think that's it, but they changed it back.
Yep. This year we do have a new tee pad on 12. That's definitely more difficult.
That was the same last year, but I guess not the same in 2020.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was there last year?
Yeah.
No one on my card remembered that today.
Oh, I do, because I really complain about, it was the easiest birdie.
Yeah.
And I think it's a good hole. I think it's a good change. I just miss birdieing it.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard now. Rebecca finding the circle. Looks like Emily's maybe going to be just on the edge. Tough lie for Emily here. Is she trying to split it? No. Okay.
This played as the second easiest hole of the day, a third of the field birdieing.
I'm going to guess that 8 holes played under par today.
New
New game.
bet, new
What's your game? Guess.
I'm gonna say 10.
Okay.
Here, I'll count.
You're the stat girl.
Yeah.
Ooh, Kat Mertsch low on her birdie bid there.
10.
Oh, she's good, folks.
Wow.
She's so good. She makes up a new game and knows the answer immediately. Wow.
You made the game
I
up.
know,
You just
dude.
set me up to win. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
And a nice birdie from Owned back to back. Good start.
Rebecca with some work left to do and is high for her par attempt. Sunset's tough. It's one of the only courses with, 10 is a lot of holes to average under par. We don't usually get that kind of opportunity in FPO layouts. Usually it's more like 4. Oh, Emily too.
So it can feel a little bit like a birdie or die course.
Yeah, a lot of pressure to score.
Yeah, and I know that's kind of more customary on the MPO side. They have a hard time stretching out courses enough for them, but This one is not something that we get a lot of practice doing, having almost every hole being birdieable and easily birdieable almost.
And then it makes the bogey strokes feel kind of devastating.
Yes.
Like, I like it. I think we should be doing this more. Like, not necessarily, Sunset Hills isn't necessarily my favorite, but I just like the idea of what we're doing. Let's make it scoreable.
Moving on to this tough par 3. This played as a tie for the most difficult hole of the day. This tree branch keeps hanging lower and lower. This used to be, I would say, the main route that people took with a backhand straight shot or turning shot or even a forehand. We see hyzers around the right side as well because it is nice and safe as far as not bringing these bunkers into play. I think a distance forehand is a big advantage here.
It is, but I don't know. If you get a skip, I got a skip that went and rolled like about 150 feet and almost went out of bounds. So there is some danger with it as well, but I think it's the safest.
Yeah. Safest.
Possible,
lowest risk.
Lowest risk, but still some risk.
The key here for the distance players is to not throw it too far, obviously, because these bunkers are reachable by most of the people in the field. Cat really pushing the ceiling high to get almost to those bunkers. But you want to get as close as possible because trying to throw an upshot onto this teeny tiny little green between all those hazard bunkers is one of the scariest upshots of your life.
It really is. It's so stressful. That was a great shot from Cat. Champ Glow Thunderbird there. Rebecca going to end up short right and have that scary approach that Madison's talking about.
This is pretty from Emily.
Oh, yeah. That's great. Halo Star Sidewinder. This is such a scary approach.
I like to throw a big turnover around the left side because if you're pin high, you can throw an approach without having to be at any bunkers.
Yeah,
there's like a million options.
There's more room definitely on that left side if you're over there. Oh, that's great.
That's so good.
Rebecca landing on essentially the skinniest part of the green.
It's maybe 15 feet across.
Yeah, I think less. It's tiny.
Oh, and also having to throw this approach. That's early.
Yeah, it's got to be in the bunker. And not always the easiest putting from in there. This is more of what you want here, but Emily probably not going to mess around with a real bid because, again, the bunker's less than 10 feet behind.
Mess around a little bit.
Just a bit.
I like that kind of safe bid. She knows it's going to hyzer early.
It's my favorite. Messing around just a bit.
And Own lucky for that disc to sit down after hitting off the band. She's going to have to settle for a double bogey.
Oh, ouch. Yeah.
Cat.
What a putt.
And one of the rare birdies on hole 3. We do not get to see these very often. Only one competitor got to circle 1 in regulation. Only 9 got to circle 2 in regulation. Cat, one of only 2 birdies on the day. The other from Casey Pennington, who was the one competitor in circle 1. Shout out, Casey.
Nice. And wow, just like that. Own back to even par. Cat Mertsch now in the lead with that birdie.
And getting her round started with a little circle's edge putt. Here's Addison Woodard on the 5th.
And we got to see her play with some highlights yesterday, and here she is back at it, parking hole 5.
Struggled a little bit on the hole we just played with that double bogey, but getting a birdie to come back closer to par. Or getting to even par.
Beautiful putt from Cat in solo first with that one. Alexis Mandujano hanging onto that current hot round 5 down through 7. Well, Hole 4, a par 3, 345 feet. I really like this one. There's OB along the left side, a pond, and then a OB green, a hazard bunker, and some low-hanging branches the whole way, so you really need to get your disc to swing out wide before hyzering in. It's easier said than done. The tee-pad kind of points you right at the tree limbs, so you end up sawing it off sometimes. You really need to push on the outside and then hyzer in, and then sometimes you find that bush and the putting can be difficult, but for the most part, everyone's thinking you're going to get a look on this.
Yeah, it's easy to disc up a little bit to make sure you get over the pond because you catch those low-hanging branches early and you will drop straight into the drink.
Yep.
So it's easy to pick up a faster speed disc and do what Kat's doing here. Yeah, have a circle 2 or even farther than that putt back towards a basket perched on the edge of a hill with OB behind it.
Yep.
Classic.
Did you see what the bunker said?
No.
It says, bet you won't.
Oh my God, I love that.
Right? Ooh, Rebecca catching a couple of early tree limbs and in the drink. And that is gnarly in there. That water is gross.
All it takes is one little leaf.
Yeah, she hit like 4. This could be okay. It's low. It's safe, I think, for Emily Weatherman.
Right on the line. Oh, and putting it really wide.
That looks good, though.
Oh, yeah. For some reason, I thought she was past.
Rebecca going to have to take it from the short side here.
And it's easy to do this. There were 12 OB strokes here, the second most OB strokes of any hole. This pond is so easy to find. We've all been there. We've all thrown our favorite disc in.
But you've all parked it and practiced so many times, too, where you're like, yeah, no problem. Got the bird. Oh, uh-oh.
Oops, it got in my head a little.
Oops. Bet you won't, smiley face.
Cat running it. Oh, no.
Yeah, it doesn't quite pay off. Oh, it checks up.
Wow.
Still a lot of work on that comebacker, but could have been worse.
Looks like just one step outside the circle again. Here's Emily for birdie.
Wow. Excellent putt. She needed a lot of power to get up that hill, and it looked easy.
Her putts have like a whole flight pattern. They're not like straight at the basket.
Yeah. I dig it.
Pretty awesome. Emily, one of 16 birdies today on hole 4.
Cat looking to save par. Not enough juice.
Oh, and going to get back under par with that birdie. And Rebecca, unfortunately, with a little bit of a rough start here at Sunset. Like Erika said earlier, not to be dramatic, but it does feel devastating to be 2 over through 4.
It's not dramatic. It's our lives,
Yeah.
our livelihoods.
It is.
And another switch. Owen gonna overtake Cat with that 2-stroke swing. Holly Finley having a good round, 3 down through 5 in a tie for second.
Moving on to the hole, we just watched Alexis Mandujano ace with a backhand. Crazy. It's 246 feet, but the early trees and low-hanging branches force you to throw a little bit of more of a punchy shot, so it does feel a tiny bit longer than that. You see backhand mid-ranges, backhand putters. I like a forehand with a little bit more of an overstable disc. It feels a little bit safer to be moving away from the water. You see a lot of safer shots or non-committed shots in that tall sawgrass on the right side, and it can make for some difficult putting with the basket being perched right on the edge of out of bounds.
Kind of like this. Emily just making sure she's safe, and there it is.
Last year we had some players on one of my cards be like, oh my gosh, look, otters. It It was Nutria for all you people, all you Southerners and Midwesterners. You understand how funny that is.
Gosh, so cute. Oh, no. Wait.
Oh man, Kat gonna go OB kind of early. Maybe
Yeah.
they will give it to her right where she potentially crossed, but we'll see what the card says here.
Might be circle 2. That's why I don't like the forehand, because you just end up having to take it kind of far sometimes if you throw it straight over the water on that left side. Yeah. Can't even save par. I mean, she's probably thinking about saving par, but it's quite difficult.
Yeah, she's far enough with that bush in the way where she has to just throw a little chip shot. Can't even putt at it.
Emily just going to lay up. Yeah, if you do hit cage here, sometimes they just roll straight into the water, which doesn't look like much of a hillside, but we've all seen it happen.
This played as the easiest hole of the day with 22 birdies and the 1 ace. Rebecca Cox going to be her first birdie of the day. A little confidence builder.
Yeah, nice putt there from Rebecca. And Owen right back to 2 down. Look at this. Birdie, birdie, double bogey, birdie, birdie. Owen Scoggins. Super champ.
Yeah.
Kat going to find herself back to even par. And the front 9 is definitely more scoreable. There's some tough ones on the back, so you do kind of want to try to pull ahead early on. Ooh, Missy Gannon 6 down through 10. Hole 6, a par 5, 712 feet. They did tighten this OB a bit on the left side. You used to kind of go wherever you want. Now you have to be a little bit tighter. If you can throw far, you're going to get as close to this pond as you can on your first shot and set yourself up for an eagle look across the pond. These 2 guardian trees do make it difficult, though. You can't really throw with very many shot shapes. You kind of have to go just straight at it. If you are out of position or don't throw crazy far off the tee, you are going to lay up to the pond either short or perhaps left and go across and attack for birdie. This is one everyone can absolutely get for birdie, and we've seen multiple eagles. And if you are maybe newer to disc golf, the only recorded FPO albatross was here. What year was that? 22?
I think so. 2022 or 23.
Colin Hanley throwing it in 2 shots. It's pretty amazing. If you haven't seen it, look it up. Rebecca kind of messing around on that right side, which also has OB that I did not mention.
Yeah, it doesn't quite come into play except for the players that are going big. But most of the FPO just settling for a birdie. It's such a simple birdie to get.
Yeah.
There's no reason to get high risk here. And it's by simple, it's a terrifying third shot. But,
Absolutely.
But it's a gettable one. It's
Yeah.
reachable. Who knows what Kat Mertsch is thinking here? I bet she could be looking for an eagle.
Yeah, that doesn't look like crazy big, but it's maybe big enough.
New hot on the scene, Addison Woodard. We got to watch some check-ins with her today and yesterday. She's 16. Found out for sure. Played with her today. She went out of bounds near where Kat's disc landed and went across on her second shot from there. And incredible shot. Landed inside the circle. It was so cool.
That's very cool. Wow, no fear. Emily with a nice layup.
Rebecca looking like she's eyeing up a layup as well. She's slightly out of position over here. And even though these shots look not great
Lame.
on film, I still like this hole because in reality, I can throw 330 comfortably and I could max out 350 and I could get far enough here to go across, but it's smarter to not. And I like the fact that they force us to make the decision because the distance throwers can very comfortably consider going for eagle
Yes.
here.
Also, the layup is so much more important than it looks. Wow, what a shot from Rebecca.
So good.
So difficult to just barely sneak over that wall and park it. You usually see people kind of blast by it and have a putt. But the layup is so important because if you short it a little bit, all of a sudden that upshot gets kind of difficult. We see Owen struggling with it here, pushing that right side, getting knocked down, and she's going to have to throw over the pond another time. Very punishing.
Very punishing, a major separator hole in the FPO field. This was the first, the highest hole with OB strokes. There were 16
Wow.
OB strokes. So yeah, all in all, a really great par 5, one of the best
It's just
I would
fun.
play all year. Yeah.
And it has high consequences for being very scoreable. Like, it's great. Kat makes it across with her forehand. Here's Owen throwing what? Ooh, almost throwing it in. Yeah, I believe Owen throwing 5 there. Emily for birdie. Off the top.
That's her third putt that came in a little high today. It's good, confident misses. Dead center.
Kat makes good on her birdie.
Fighting back after a couple of bogeys in a row. There were 21 birdies on hole 6. 43% of the field. But you can see how those bogey strokes can stack up. Definitely not a gimme hole.
Yeah, it feels so good to make it across and be close. You're like, oh. Rebecca with a great birdie. 2 in a row.
Cat, the epitome of suns out, guns out today. Alexis Mandujano and Missy Gannon both at 5 down.
What is the simplest way to improve your disc golf game? The answer, learn from the very best. Paul Ulibarri, Simon Lizotte, Ezra Aderhold, and Holland Handley. They're not just players, they are your elite coaches guiding you every step of the way. The Power Disc Golf Academy is the premier online disc golf academy with over 150 on-demand lessons that are specifically designed to improve your skills right now. So what are you waiting for? Join today at PowerDGA.com.
Hole 7, we have a new tee pad in the last couple of years that makes this hole much more difficult. We lost this big tree though on the left. You can see the stump right here and another one right here. Both of those really made the tee shot a lot more interesting in years past, but now you can go absolutely huge off the tee pad. It's going to put birdie into play for a lot more competitors in the field. That OB line on the right side is definitely in your head on the second shot as a big hyzer is, I think, the most favorable play, but a lot of players going a little bit safer off the tee, you end up having to either poke through the middle or throw a distance forehand up the left side. You can see Rebecca fading out to that left side. She likely won't be able to use the hyzer route on her second shot.
I do really like this hole. I mean, I did like it when it was shorter, but I like that you kind of have to pick, like, do I want to attack up the left or the right? How do I want to do this? And this hillside is like just weird enough to kind of mess with you. It's more technical than it looks on screen, I think.
Yeah, it almost doesn't let you comfortably throw the distance shot you know you need to throw.
Yeah.
It's strange how easy it is to short something or accidentally turn something over.
Those trees are really well placed.
Yep.
And Emily gonna be on that left side as well. Kat went huge, but and is way up on the left. She might have just like a forehand out and around over there. And Owen a little bit shorter than you would like to be, but
It's funny because we're seeing the players that did really well at Northwoods Black, and these are none of these shots are distance shots that we would see from, you know, some of our, like our Ella Hansons, our Holland Handleys, our distance throwers in the field. It's cool to see Sunset being attacked in a very different way from the technical players in our field.
right. Owen gonna leave that one a bit short. It is tough to string 2 shots together if you don't have an absolutely massive first shot.
Yep.
To find the circle.
Or a distance forehand for the second.
Yeah. And even then, you really have to be in the exact right spot.
Mm-hmm. Rebecca's still going to eye up that outside hyzer line, I believe.
She's far enough where she can...
I'm wrong.
Oh, I also thought that.
Yeah. Oh, look
Love
at this
that.
beautiful shot.
Gorgeous. There's a technical woods line for you.
Mm-hmm. It looks like Rebecca St. Pro again.
Wow, Kat was so much closer to OB than I realized.
Yeah, you couldn't see the line.
And she's so far, she is able to throw that forehand, even a standstill. She'll still have a putt, though. Own from just outside circle 2.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
This is where we see so many competitors land, but we don't get to see so many competitors hit this putt.
Who needs to be a big distance player? We know Own doesn't. Big distance putter.
The longer the putt that Owen makes, the more we get to see her celebrate. So we love this. More long putts from Owen.
I love the full fist pump into
Yeah.
a jump.
Yeah.
Emily not able to convert her birdie.
You can see Emily kind of moving her hand around right after. It was so sticky out there. I know if as someone with dry hands, if I was struggling with grip, there's a lot of players out here having a hard time on the putting green. It's just so humid.
Yep.
So humid. Nice comeback putt from Kat Mertsch.
Yeah, I'm not a dry, lady, and
Yeah.
you just have to learn how to putt with wet hands, honestly.
Rebecca, a tap in birdie, one of only 8 birdies on the day today, one of only 3 competitors to park this hole.
And a turkey. Looking from the 4th card, Rebecca Dawn on hole 12, a very difficult hole to find the putting green. And she's pushing the outside edge really nicely and getting, to circle 2? A great shot. Oh, maybe even inside. Hard to tell. Nope, outside.
Oh my gosh.
What a putt.
What a good birdie. This hole is so tough, stretched all the way out at 400 feet. Rebecca Dawn from Canada, representing her country.
And with that turkey from Rebecca and that birdie from Ona, a tie up at the top. Holly Finley in a tie for 3rd there. Hole 8, an uphill par 3. It got a lot easier though. It's 292, definitely plays farther with the hill, but we lost this tree. You can see this stump on the left. That used to block most shot shapes, and now you can kind of throw whatever you want. You see a lot of backhand turnovers. You see some forehands, but not very often. But the distance is definitely a challenge. There are some bunkers to the right over here that we've seen people find, but not very often. It's still, how far do you think this plays?
360?
Yeah,
350?
I get
360?
an absolute full rip that I would say the middle of the field is usually finding circle 2 on a good shot.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a really common error, trying to get something to turn and then just fading out to the left. And I forgot there's a hazard way over there.
I did too.
Yeah, you don't usually see it come into play, honestly.
It's funny because, like Erika said, that tree being gone does make this hole significantly easier. You have to throw a much less particular shot shape.
Yeah.
But the amount of players that I saw today do exactly what Rebecca just did and fluff it, including myself.
I did it too.
Just fluff it to the left on accident.
Right.
Where I
usually you have to go
there,
inside and you end up overturning it like
Yes.
this. This used to be the main, I don't want to call it an error, but
yeah.
because that was perfect. But you get the idea.
Yeah, what a shot from Kat. She just got that, she calls it her fleshy Thunderbird back, and she's immediately putting it into action. She actually lost it in a pond here. I think it was on hole 4's pond.
Okay.
And she got it back this year after it being lost for 2 years. So
Wow.
I know. Love to see it back in rotation.
Oh, I'm just going to lay up for a par. Rebecca way out of position here. Just going to lay up for a bogey. Ooh,
Ooh.
not the layup you want. Okay, did that used to be a bunker right there?
No.
No? Okay. Wow, what a putt.
Emily with another, long circle one putt. So good. She's talking to herself on the way to the basket. If I can hit this one, why can't I hit the short ones?
Why can't I get... Yeah, exactly. I swear that used to be a bunker, dude. Like, I swear there used to be more bunkers. That's what the caddy book said too. There was 3. I'm gonna go compare footage.
I mean, it definitely...
It looks really weird, and it shows multiple, and I remember it being so close to the basket.
It would be
Short
weird
right.
for them to fill one in.
I don't know, man.
Unfortunately, Rebecca Cox going to take a number here on the 8th hole, and it's crazy how any of these can sneak up on you. Here's hole 9. Some players taking the route the drone is flying, a big hyzer out to the right, letting it skip way down the fairway, finishing left, and hopefully opening up the second shot right in this area. You do see a lot more players going up the left side as well, as everyone in FPO gets a lot better at throwing distance shots dead straight. Over on that side, though, there is a lot more low-hanging tree branches, and it can make the approach more difficult. This used to be called the stump hole. This basket was perched up on a stump. It's still elevated, but RIP to the stump.
I think we call it the phantom stump hole, personally.
I love that.
You know, in memoriam. Kat with a huge drive, getting around everything. She is psyched about that one.
That was a crush.
Monstrous.
I mean, she's going to have a jump putt
Yeah.
across the pond.
Like, she could think about throwing it in Lisa Fakis style.
Yep. Emily working up that left side. I like this play, kind of crashing it towards the trees and letting whatever happens, happens.
I like the idea of the play, but it's a scary shot fading towards that OB. Emily managing the angles perfectly. I like this play. So safe. Sometimes you end up messing with that right side tree line like this, but usually you'll have still a forehand look from there. I used to like the hyzer route, but it's so much more filled in than it used to be.
Yeah, the branches are super low. Ooh, Rebecca going for a little bit of a later gap in the fairway. Love the play.
And she's just going to have to lay up. Well, she could, but she's not. I think that's a smart play. Very technical sidearm to get across from behind that tree.
And
after a double.
even if she did get across, 9 times out of 10, she's going to put it so far across that she'll have a death putt come back, and it's just not quite worth it.
True.
The double risk. Whoa.
Hone's discs always doing the craziest thing when they hit the ground. That's well managed from there, being tucked behind that tree awkwardly with her right foot.
Here's Emily with just a little backhand chip shot. It's easy to put this one past the basket, though, and have a comeback putt right at the pond. That was also well managed.
And that's Kat's drive.
Wow.
Able to just chip one up. I feel like they should do some sort of artistic faux stump, you know?
Yes. Rebecca with a little bit of a nervy jump putt there. Getting a bit of a grip lock, but she is safe.
At a decent angle to run it. Yeah, good effort. Still some work left for a par.
Oh, she's good for it. Working the straddle there. There was 19 birdies on hole 9. Cool. A lot of birdies. 40% of the field.
That's a lot more than we used to see. That's great.
Yeah, this one actually crawling into position for one of the easier holes.
Crazy.
That is crazy.
Emily getting one of those birdies. Kat essentially tap in. One of the best drives I've seen. And Rebecca committed a little high, easy to do on these elevated pins.
Well, this elevated basket is higher than what we're normally practicing on, which is a little bit frustrating.
True. I don't know if I have seen Addison's forehand, but here she is on hole 10 parking it. Okay,
yeah.
so it's good.
Oh, it's so good.
This is a 300-foot hole that plays more like, I'd say, 325 or so. Wow.
And look at that, 4 birdies in a row.
Ooh.
With that forehand.
You gotta.
Oh, regional bird? I
Yeah.
have to report back.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Put her on the spot
cicada?
there. I'm into it, honestly. Addison 4 down in a tie for first with Kat Mertsch and Owen Scoggins. Rebecca Dawn moving up 6 down through 15 in a tie for fourth with Holly Finley. Emily sliding back a bit. Missy Gannon 7 down through 15. A lot of scores under par.
Yeah, it looks like everyone in around the top 15 under par right now. And a lot of movement is going to happen every time we play Sunset.
Yes.
Movement up, movement down. Again, that birdie or die mentality. It's just how you handle the pressure and if you're making your putts.
Yeah.
Honestly, because the fairways are nice and wide.
And minimizing errors.
Absolutely. We have 9 more holes. This front 9 is the easier 9. The back 9 is where things can get a little weird. So come hang out with us and watch us on the second day of this 4-day event at the Ledgestone. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb.
We're the 2 Huggies.
And honk. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Jomez is so close to 500,000 subscribers, and you can help us get there. So hit that button, and we'll see you on the back.
Honk.
Honk.